Hey everybody, hope you are enjoying your week. I thought the easiest thing to do this week would actually be to send you the information via video, just because one, the Melhoffs are going to be gone this weekend, so they will not be leading the meeting. But then two, I don't know if I'll actually be there. It all depends upon if my baby girl wants to show up or not. So far, nothing, but at some point, it's supposed to happen. And so I just thought I'd send everything this way. First, I just want to say how excited I am and thankful that Cecily is going to be leading the Next Steps team. So everyone there, just make sure to give her all the support and encourage that she needs and deserves. I'm very excited that she is taking this opportunity. While Amanda is gone this weekend, Cecily is going to be stepping up. Two, I would like to know from you guys who's going to be here for Easter to help lead. It is March 31st and April 1st. That we're going to be the 4 and 6 and 9 and 11 like we normally do. We are going to be doing a little differently this year in terms of guest services, just on how many people we ask. Truthfully, a lot of people I talked to last year, and if you remember it, there was just so many volunteers. I think we kind of hit the threshold to where it was a little weird how many people there were, and then some people just didn't feel very useful. And so we want to make sure that not only are we able to engage everyone and everyone feel welcome, but as volunteers, we feel useful and necessary. And so we're going to be asking. We're not going to be having as big a numbers next year or this year, but if you guys could let me know if you're going to be here to be able to help lead, that would be awesome. But then also start asking your teams. Sign-ups are going to be starting next week, I believe, and we'll start asking officially then. But just to get a temperature gauge of where people are, go ahead and start asking them now. That would be great. The big thing I wanted to share with you guys now, heading into this weekend, is this. So last weekend, we talked about how we are going to be hosting a marriage workshop coming up on March 1st, so next Thursday. And if you guys can make it and are registered, awesome. Since then, 4 days, we have had so many people not just sign up, but call in asking for marital help and advice and just prayers and support, and they have so many questions, and I mean it's been ringing off the hook. We've been flooded with relationships and couples who are just struggling right now, and Satan really seems to be attacking them. There seems to be a lot of hurt and a lot of issue, and so this series has really opened the floodgates for people who are desiring a healthy, happy, godly relationship in marriage. And they're at a point where they're willing to say, hey, we need some help. And so I want you to be as intentional as you can this weekend in praying for the people on your teams, praying for their marriages, praying for relationships, praying that God continue to work in the hearts and lives of the people on your teams. Take some time and be intentional about praying for their marriage specifically, because I believe that as a leader, we're there to stand guard where Satan is trying to attack relationships and marriages. It's our responsibility to be praying, but then also to reflect God's love in our own marriage. And so if there are people on your teams that may be struggling, be willing to just ask them, hey, how's it going? Be willing to open up and just be an ear or a source of wisdom for those people. The verse I attached from Timothy is talking about how we live our lives according of Scripture because it's God-breathed. It's there to not just equip us, but be there in all times. So this weekend, be willing to go to Scripture, to answer questions, to give advice, give wisdom. Help people see what God is intending in marriage. But just take some time this weekend and be intentional about, like I said, praying for those teams, for the people on your teams, for those marriages and relationships. But then also be willing to offer any sort of wisdom that you may have, or just an ear. Sometimes people just need to talk, and it's nice to have somebody there in their corner who is willing to listen. And so be willing to do that this week, but just know that there are a lot of hurting relationships, a lot of people walking through the doors every single week that they may not tell us, but they're really struggling. And it's people that seemingly have it all together. It's not just people who walk in that we can tell, okay, their life is a mess, but it's the people we'd never expect. It's the people who they seem so strong, so put together. Um, those are also the people who are struggling. So just be praying for them. I pray that our heart is breaking for them, but then be willing to stand there and listen and disciple and mentor and love those people who are struggling with relationship issues and marriages right now. But I'm excited for the last chapter of the last of this series of relationship goals. But I'm really excited to start being intentional about walking through some of this stuff with the people of our church. We don't want it to end as people walk through these doors. We want to continue to be able to disciple and love on people every single day, because that's why we're here. We're here to make disciples, and that doesn't happen 1 hour every single week. It happens when we intentionally get in their lives. And so I'm excited to be able to do that this week. I'm very thankful for you guys and your willingness to do that. And hopefully I see you. If not, it's because we're having a baby. So we'll see. But we will talk to you guys soon.